doing so far? I like to do different videos or different things or different classes about different topics. God gave me the ability to do all kinds of stuff and the brain and the rules and tools, and it's not easy. Trying to explain what you can do step by step isn't easy because most people screw things up. They didn't know any better, and what happens is things get screwed up a little bit. So this is going to be about protecting your family, your assets, and auto income, a couple things. So I want you to understand the ability to get to the American dream. A lot of people talk about it. Why don't you take your cell phone and let's take a picture of this. Go click. Come on. See, for me, I wanted auto income. Now, my life wasn't easy. I tended to being like God's example of how to go to hell and back while you're alive. And it kind of sucks. But I had no choice. I had to fight through the pain. One of my books is called Fighting Through the Pain. So let's understand. It's like we look at these businesses here. I wrote the first book on laundromats, dry cleaning, storage units, okay, car washes years ago. Okay, one of the original first books a long time ago. I had 22,000 pay funds. I'm 17 and a half years old. I got a weird life. I'm used and abused as a kid. Nobody gives a shit. But I want out of hell. I knew I could get the money. And that's what I focus when I look behind the curtain a lot. And I talk about what other people do and learn what they did and how to get past go. So it's not easy. But let's understand something today. You, in the nicest way, you followed ducks and sheep. And you didn't do what you needed to do. All right? You didn't. I'm sorry, but you didn't. There are so many things you could do. And unfortunately, what most people do is they bring the pain home. They jack things up. They screw it up. In other words, I like to do this live, and they'll repeat it a couple of times during the week. But I want to protect my family. I want to protect my assets. My problem was a little kid. I didn't really want to get married and have kids. All I got is used and abused, and it's a bunch of shit, a bunch of crap. And I just tell it like it is. Okay, I have to be me. I have to be true to myself. But again, I swore to myself, unless I found a blueprint, rules and tools, or I found something, or I could create something to not bring the pain home. The division process gave that to me. And your problem is you don't understand it enough. And you have to learn how to play the game. Now, I'm going to say no pictures or recording. But then I'm going to tell you, have your phone ready on a picture, a page or two, take a picture of. My goal is to change your life, if you allow me to. I bought my first Lamborghini. I was 14 and a half. I was at an auction. First Lamborghini. It was a Countach. I already made $1 million at 14 and a half. I invented something called Car Finder. I have 126 patents. I invented stuff used in your home today. Okay, just the ideas that I have. Every idea I have, I actually follow through on it. You don't follow through, and you all say, hey, I had that idea years ago. Should have followed through with it. But again, that first Lamborghini was an auction. I couldn't pick it up. I screwed up that too. I didn't have a driver's license. So what did I do? I borrowed someone's birth certificate and got a driver's license. When you're young, you want to be older. Older, you want to be younger. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? Now, my life started born in a freaking taxi. She threw me in a trash can. She didn't want me. She's 15 and a half years old. She's in this billionaire family. Okay, no problem. I'm just a piece of shit. I'm in her way. Okay, throws me in the trash can outside Guardian Hospital. No problem. Baby in the trash can. Nobody cared. Nobody gave a shit. Your journey can begin today with me if you want, because I got out of hell. I didn't accept it. Some people like to feel sorry for themselves. Use it as a reference to kick some assets. But again, your journey can begin with me. Is it easy? No. I want you to draw the diagram for one reason. I want you to look around your city. I don't have a magic wand. I don't have bullshit to give you. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Okay? All right, one of my books is going to come out. It's called Bullshit to Pay Your Bills. We look at Bank of America. We use that as an example. I was a consultant for banks for like 29 years anyway. Bank of America have their parent company. They have locations called branch numbers. That's a branch number. Now that's a corp owning a corp. That's called a subsidiary. So they signed a 100-year lease. They signed a 100-year lease, all right, for that building. Someone built it for them. But what did they do? They bankrupt the location, took the money and the assets, walked away and wrote it off in their taxes. See, understand, they wrote off in their taxes. The building owner wrote it off in their taxes too as a loss. Everybody's writing things off while we, the people, are sitting there going, maybe, what do we do? See, the problem is no one's bothered to teach you the rules and tools. You can name whatever bank and I'll tell you they had a problem. All right, their indictments or their money. Wells Fargo is the most indicted bank on the planet. Walmart got fined a couple $100 million. Sam's Club, Geico, cities. So if we just take the time to look behind the curtain and understand this is what they did, they didn't get away with anything. They did what they're allowed to do. Your problem is you. You're your worst problem in your whole life, your lack of knowledge. I'm always going to say it's your stupidity. You're not stupid, you're smart. But you follow ducks and sheep. You follow stupid, you did stupid. Nobody should ever bring the pain home. Nobody. They should have never jacked up their personal cards. All right, that sticky is important. Rules and tools. Knowing that these cards fluctuate and these do not. Knowing how to position yourself correctly. Knowing you can't write off this, but you can write off this. You see, Harold Stokes, my mentor, one of my attorneys, one of my professors years ago, wanted to put me in front of all the high schools. Unfortunately, God took him before I got time to do that. But he was on a lot of my TV shows with me. So to be a certified CFO, you have to understand every one of these have a personality. Every card is different, every company. Okay, what do these do? What do these do? How do we do this? You see, the problem with we're not going to win the lottery. We're not going to get enough big enough raise. How the hell do we get the money to get the honey? The honey could be the dream, the house, whatever you want it to be. Repackaging your brain, repackaging, reprogramming you makes sense to me. Looking behind the curtain. Now, I got to be with this lady called Mrs. Hope. These are rich and famous Hope family. I can't even say her husband's name because I got to restrain her on that years ago too. She's telling the world she's helping the kids. She's full of shit. She's using and abusing me with her son David all the time. What happens? Very simple. She drops me off at the pier. That changed my life. See, everything I go through me is a lesson. I learn from what I go through. I pay attention. When they read me a book when I was 2.5 years old, they read me a book. I sat next to the person who read the book. Then I could say, I read the book back to them. They'd ask me if I'd like to have the book to read. No, I read it in my head. I freaked them all out. I thought I was retarded. 6th grade, I thought I was because I wrote both hands and they're rhyming all the time. I just thought they were stupid. So what the pier did for me, when Mrs. Hope dropped me off there, and she said flat out, if you're not here at 5 o'clock, I'm going to leave you there to die. That means I better watch the clock to get back there or I'm going to die. She told me I'm going to die. She said that when I was 3 to 9.5 years old. Ran over to the pier. All right, there's a light. There's this hot dog stand. They sold corn and stuff. Okay, the fan was there. It was warm. I was hungry. I ate out of a trash can. I'd watch people coming out of a store, a restaurant, or McDonald's, and I'd go grab their food, and I'd eat out of the trash can. I was hungry. See, at 3 years old, no one ever said, where's your mom and your daddy? No one gave a shit. I didn't think anybody gave a shit at all. Well, why would they? I'm just in the way. I'm the little thing in the corner. But I stole off the pier. Third time I stole, grasped my hand. Scared the shit out of me. I thought he's going to throw me off the damn pier. All right? That's what I thought. He says, you have a choice. I call the police, you go to jail, or you can take out my trash. Take out the trash or go to jail. What should I pick? Till I was 9.5 years old, I was known as boy. Clean the chum bucket. You know what a chum bucket is? Sweep the floors. Take out the trash. The owners at Tony's and all these restaurants, I go to their Palos Verdes mansions on the weekend and shovel their horse and cow manure. I'm hustling for money. But I noticed that Marina Del Rey, they got yachts and money. Marina Del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes, and the beach below Palos Verdes is called Rat Beach, by the way. They got money. I started gathering magazines. I want to know everything about rich and famous people. I remember in the 3rd grade, I told my teacher, she says, we're going to learn about history and George Washington's first president. Ma'am, you're wrong. His name was Hanson. No, young boy, you're wrong. No, ma'am. All right, then I brought the book the next day. It's Hanson, ma'am. He was our first president. She sent me to the office. Whack, whack, whack. He used to kick the shit out of the kids with paddles. He's lucky I didn't take that paddle and beat the hell out of him, but I didn't. Sometimes I wish I would have. I had to correct teachers that I had to realize one thing. All right, they don't give a shit. Okay? They're basically C- students anyway, most of the teachers I met. When she accused me of cheating on a test, right, because I do it in my head, I went back to the principal office, whack, whack, whack. Again, I had to learn to hide my smartness. I thought they were stupid people. Or Miss Papelka asked in front of the whole school why I'm wearing the same pants for 3 months. No shit, lady, I don't have any clothes. Nobody handed me what you got. You got a mommy and a daddy. I got shit. So I got to fight through hell. But how did I become a millionaire at 14 and a half, 2 corporate structure, and a billionaire at 26? Because I didn't listen to stupid people. I looked behind that freaking curtain. I want to know how they got their money. Simple. So if you're ever going to protect your family and get to the millionaire or billionaire dream, you better do what I tell you to do. If not, keep screwing it up. Every one of you screwed up your life 3 or 4 times at least. I mean, how old are you today? Look at your past. Now you're who you are today. Are you ever going to freaking listen? That's the first thing. All cards fluctuate, but 2, period. You watch your score going up down like a fucking yo-yo, excuse me, friggin' yo-yo, and you're like, what the hell are you doing? I had an emergency. Stop the crap. Go feel sorry for yourself somewhere else, because that's what people do. Okay? No. Rules and tools. These don't fluctuate. Knock off the crap and let's go build it. You see, you got to get to a point in your life, you got to stop the bullshit and go get it. That's why my book's called Bullshit Didn't Pay Your Bills, because it doesn't. Everybody on this planet can maintain a 750 score and never drop the score ever again. But again, it's like TRW. I get to train Ken Yarbrough. Fantastic. He's CID, President Nixon's bodyguard, blah, blah, blah. I thought he was full of shit. But I get to train him to basically work for TRW, became a Experian. #1 credit bureau in the world. They ran out of our country 40 years ago to Dublin, Ireland. When I drew the first one of these, it was good fare. Hell no. We have to get credit to finance our life, to finance anything, but you're getting the wrong credit, you're doing it wrong. We got to get the corporate credit. So again, rules and tools. TRW, Thomas Raymond Woolridge. TRW's right, the report's wrong. So if we can master rules and tools, and you can knock off the crap, you can get past go. I want you to think. Now, I position a lot of people, okay, a lot of people to get a lot of credit. I get clients, and they're going up to 32 million millionaire clients now, okay, over the years, and that's great. 29 billionaires, but I've helped 50 million people, okay? I used to be more than I am today, but that coma took my life, and I had to come back after that and rebuild it again, okay? It's like all the things we're trying to accomplish. As I look at the things, hey, Melvin, how you been? I haven't heard from you for over a year. Build them up and away too. Right, Mrs. Walker wanted to file bankruptcy last year. I said, hell no. Why? Because nobody will help me. My score is 510. I don't care. Bottom line, at the end of the day, every one of you can rebuild what you have. And you have to fight through the pain. I had somebody on the last thing I just did about analyzation. He wants to take a chase card, which is fantastic, another card. He wants to close them, go to collection and negotiate it because he doesn't like the interest rate. Talk about stupid. I mean, I don't, oh my God. I just want to say, knock off the shit. Let's go get some supply credit, turn it into cash. I don't understand. All right. The only thing that makes sense to me is auto income. By building this credit up and away, taking that money and buying your lifetime income, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. I've done it all my life. That's all I know how to do is get to million to billion. I don't know anything else. Okay, that's me. So the money going into real estate would make sense. The franchise, even during a pandemic. So we could buy a lifetime income. All right, it's simple. But you have to talk about your cake and eat it too. Everybody wants the American dream, but most people aren't willing to do the work. Ray's rules are pretty simple. Reprogram you to millionaire status. Become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. Now, Miss Walker's here, and she gave me this. Okay, and it's just amazing what happens. Jacked up, screwed up, upside down. thinking about bankruptcy. Hell no. Okay, now her life's changed in the other direction because I wouldn't let go, wouldn't stop. Now understand, all right, I'd say half my coaching that I do on that call that's 15 to 30 minutes is emotional coaching as well. I tell my clients, knock off the shit. We're going to do this and that. Stop it. And they go do it. See, they get used to me telling them what to do because at the end of the day, I'll make them cry and happy at the same time. When she got her platinum cards, oh shit, I got one of those. The more I talked to her, the more she'd open up and let me know things. I found out she spent over $150,000 trying to learn knowledge, rules, and tools. Unfortunately, she hired Ty and Denzel and all these other people and Tony and all this, and even Aaron. Great. Problem is, motivation doesn't last. And then they pass you to somebody else when they don't hold your hand every step of the way. Me, I always help people myself. Okay, so that was a waste of time and money. But it's like anything else on a blueprint call. Blueprint to me is getting to know Mr. and Mrs. Smith, getting to know them, getting to understand what needs to be done. Blueprint to me is past, present, future, good, bad, and ugly. Everybody's got a good, bad, and ugly. Is there a tax problem? Is there a bankruptcy? Is there anything else? Sometimes it took me 5 calls to get someone to tell me something I didn't know. Family. I swore I'd never have a family, ever, until I found a blueprint, the ultimate goal. And that's what I wanted to do. I'm good now and back from surgery. Well, pray for you all the time. I'm glad you're back, Melvin. Family. I didn't get one. To this day, at my age, I still feel sad when I watch a movie. It breaks my heart. I wanted a mommy and a daddy. I wanted something for me. Shit, I got nothing. That sucks. But again, that's the way God planned it. So I have to live with that. It would be nice to have that. But I swore one thing. I would never bring that damn pain to my wife and kids if I got a wife and kids. No matter what. I keep my promise to myself. I cannot bring the pain home to my family. It's not acceptable. I'd rather shoot myself in the foot. I got to have a backup for a backup. That's what makes sense to me. Corporations. Divisions, when I invented divisions for a reason. Divisions, I didn't want to pay a franchise tax fee for every corporation I was having. It made no sense to me. I knew they wrote something on chapter 9 wrong. In chapter 18, it was wrong. I got it corrected, created division process. So I watched clients for 46 years being screwed and sued, and they lose everything because they sued the corporation. I go, you didn't listen to me 100%. I got sued at 12 and a half. I learned what happens when a corporation gets sued. Listen to the words. Then they spent thousands on corporations. Talk about stupid. So we look at irrevocable trust. I had a root beer float with Warren Buffett years ago with a group of people. And I said, I'm leaving $1 million in my irrevocable trust. Everything else stays in the corporation. And my kids, I got a corporation when they were born. Corporations live forever, forever. Why would I want to leave kids things when you leave it to corporation to the next generation of their families? Why would they just keep the family part of the corporation forever? Like the Kennedys and the Gettys and the Fords did. I don't understand, stupid. But again, irrevocable trust. The car, you drive with the car with your name on the registration. You get these ding-dongs on TikTok going, oh, you can write it off. Stop the write-off. I don't give a shit about that. I care about the bumpity bump. When they sue you, they screw you. You see, you're the registered owner. You're the one in the deposition tearing apart your life. And you're going to be treated like you're guilty of something. Again, car. House. It was always escrow, closed, homestead, trust. But you buy the house, you got your name on it. Everybody knows you live in it. You own it. I call that stupid. You buy the house through the trust. So nobody knows it's yours. That way you never have an issue. I don't get it. Why can't I get the world to listen to me? Because I think they're all doing it wrong. Okay, the world's wrong, I'm right, period. Okay, I know it, and you probably know it too. Auto income. I don't care if you call it passive income, residual, I don't give a shit. I put in my book 46 years ago because I didn't know any better. I put auto income. I need $100,000 a month. I wanted 10,000, 1,000. Started somewhere. Got to $1 million a day. Then I got to die in a damn coma. That sucks. Cash flow free of my time. I put it in my books 46 years ago. Page 6, paragraph 3. And this other guy tries to use it. I can't name him because I don't want to name him because he filed bankruptcy. I think he's full of crap, but that's just my opinion. If we're going to blueprint you, you got to decide a couple things. You're trying to get there, but it's not easy. Do you want to enhance your income or replace it? Do you want to enhance it or replace it? That's your choice. You're the grown-up. This is where you man up, woman up, but that's up to you how you want to do this. So we look at this, but I'm going to tell you, get your hands dirty. Miss Walker, I told her she's going to get through this. There were times she was feeling like, no, stop it. I literally would boss her around. Gina, I'd boss around. Other people I'd boss around. Stop it. This is what you're going to do. They get frustrated like you do. You go outside, you scream as loud as you can. All right. And then you close your eyes, you count to 10, you pray, and go back, do it again. See, at the end of the day, your life is your life. If you don't get and rebuild it, that's up to you. All the other bullshit doesn't matter at the end of the day. So you got to get your hands dirty. You always hired other people. How many times did they let you down? How many attorneys, CPAs, and corporation services and people you hired that let you down? Let you down. And you knew you got ripped off when you signed the contract or gave them the money. I just know you need to be a certified CFO. That's just the truth. Corporate divisions. What's the difference between me, you, and the bank? Nothing. Okay, that's what you have to understand. Nothing. Grocery store, cities, nothing. If you're going to do it my way, you have to master irrevocable trust. You have to understand a UCC1 is the entitlement of ownership. Your problem when you're sued, you're screwed. You should have transferred the equity and protected before somebody could hurt you. You're allowed to. UCC1 commercial code, okay? House has a deed of trust, requires a pink slip. What do we have? We look at our house and our assets, and in the office, we put a UCC1. You could file a UCC1 at the county recorder's office, and you could turn it to a chattel mortgage. You could borrow against your own shit. People forget about chattel mortgage. I know where my stuff goes when I'm dead. Where's your stuff go? I'm not leaving it to somebody. That'd be stupid. I don't want them to pay tax. It belongs to irrevocable trust and tied to corporations that live forever. Corporations live forever. People don't. We're going to die. But again, we focus on chapter 18. A corporation is a legal person. That hit me. I was 7.5. I was just a little kid. But I was always thinking like 10 years above everybody else. I taught myself to read. And that's not possible. I do the impossible all my freaking life. That's just me. Corporation being a legal person makes sense. But I'm 7.5. The librarian didn't want to help me. I had to be pushy. I didn't pay attention to make sue or be sued. Okay? But I understood this bothered me, 17,900A3 right there. That's why it became division process. Helping hand, I'm 9.5. I sent $10 away. What do I know? I'm creating a blueprint nobody else had. All right, nobody on the planet has a blueprint. I create one. And what do I get? 100,000 in the mail. Every one of you got credit cards in the mail in the 70s and 80s. You didn't pay attention. You thought it was normal or something. I looked behind the damn curtain. Got named to the movie Dave. That's fun. So my problem is everything I went through, I'm learning, but I'm slowing it down to understand it. You go through it and you just let it pass by or something. I don't know. I don't know how to think like you do. Sorry. 12.5, I started the Orange County Blind Center. My little friend was blind on the TV commercial. I was trying to do good. I'm 12.5 and literally I'm thinking 30 years old. And I took and controlled that. I handled myself very well. But I got called into the court. They said I did something wrong. I did something wrong. I used the word Braille. See, the Braille Institution owns that word. You use Velcro, but you don't. You use hook and loop. The name of Velcro belongs to a company in El Segundo, California. You blow your nose on Kleenex. No, you use tissue. These are the things I had to master in court. The judge said, young man, do you understand what you did wrong? Yes, sir. I had to memorize that book right in front of you, sir. You memorize this book? What's on page 16? What's on page 4? I read it out of my head. He goes, damn, you ought to be an attorney. I go, no, thank you. Why do I want to be one of those? Practicing the law, doing it wrong all the time. So they dismissed the case because they realized I was 12 and a half. The age helped me at the time. All right, the goal for me was, damn, I got my ass kicked again. What's the lesson of that ass kicking? Never bring the pain home. Every time I'd hear them say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I remember Ted Turner talking about this at the whole family house. And here's Dan Blocker, Michael Landon, Gunsmoke, Mission Impossible, producers, all the blah, blah, blah. All right, he kept talking about don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, makes sense. I asked the question, what does that mean? The response was, maybe. I just thought they were stupid, blowing smoke out their butts. They were stupid. You see, they got this leverage because they were early into something. And that's what they got to do. Division process. If I didn't create it, I would have never got married, ever. Because I get to throw a piece away and not hurt my family. So it's like putting your ducks in a row. All right, never bringing the pain home. That's got to be a way of life. You got to change the way you think, how you do things. The list. Every time I talk to Gina, every time I talk to Miss Walker, every time I talk to Bill, Mike here, Denise, where's my list? See, you got a goal list. You have one on your computer or wherever you have it. Mine always stays in my pocket. It's on my cell phone. I literally have to encourage myself. I have all my life. The calendar feeds me all the things through the day because we have a lot of shitheads we have to deal with in this world. So the daily list, the goals, the weekly, all right, the project list. Projects are a pain in the ass at. Before you go into a project, you're trying to, I pray everything is good. Understand it's going to screw up. It's going to change around. You're going to get your butt kicked 10 times. And what someone told you is not going to happen. Okay, now live with that and have the guts to go get it. Okay, there's always a problem. There's always a turd. But I promised myself I would never, okay? All right, basically what? Bring the pain home. I need a foolproof program. That's why it made sense to me. I needed to understand. I can't do something unless I understand it. I can't do something unless I dissect it. All right, I can't settle mentally with that. Realizing how the system worked. When I was told at 14 to go get my Social Security card to get a job, I went down there off 17th Street in Santa Ana. Okay, why am I doing this? Because you're told to. By the time I'm done driving the lady at counter nuts and the manager and everyone else, son, you just got to do this. That's not an answer. You filled in SS5 for SSN. SSN. Why am I doing this? The only thing that makes sense is it connects to the 1040. You got one chance. That's it. One chance, and you use that one chance and you screw it up. You don't get a second do-over. You don't get a mulligan. We the people. We are bonded for $35 million apiece. Bonded. Okay, our government bonds us. We're a freaking number. Okay, Ronald Reagan gave a shit. Our current, I didn't want to talk about current. The SS5, SS4. We compare the two because we have to. We the people. Line 1 is legal name of entity, individual person. That's the form they created for credit and banking purposes. That's the form, not over here. That says don't laminate, don't use it for ID purpose, don't carry with you. So over here, what do you get to do? So it's like, damn, why are people doing it wrong? I mean, someone from another country does a W-7, gets an ITIN to get an EIN. I mean, damn, it's easy. I don't understand, stupid. So if you don't file your tax returns like David here doesn't, I've told David for 20 years, you got to knock off your shit. All right, you got to man up and fix the problem through an S corp. He can, but he won't do it. He won't listen. He makes millions a year. I have to do that, but he won't listen. So if you don't file your tax returns, I'm going to call you a crook. And I tell David he's being a crook. Wesley Snipes screwed up, went to prison for 3 years, $5 million fine. Why don't we understand when we play a game, cards, checkers, or chess, we play to win, but not to cheat, right? So if we look at the IRS code, 1244 and irs.gov, and we file a S corporations called single filing, we don't pay any tax up to 3 to 5 million anyway. So if we play by the rules and we do this correctly, Why would we not want to play by the rules and get to that $3 to $5 million and then change strategies? You watch the news, you watch the rich and famous people. Isn't it time you shut up and join them? I don't understand stupid. And that's what frustrates me all the time. My wife says, honey, you can't call people stupid. Honey, I said they did stupid. They're not doing, they were just being stupid. Okay? We are $34 trillion in debt. We are what in debt? I mean, you, the people, isn't it time you man up, woman up? Isn't it time that you understand how to play the game and you play to win? That's the ultimate goal. Do you want to win or lose? That's a lose. I don't understand how we can keep giving money away to different countries without asking them to pay us back or loan it instead. I don't understand how we forgive loans, then we all had to pay loans, and then it's like a free ride. I don't get that shit. I don't understand stupid. Okay? Do you understand stupid yet? I don't. So we have to understand a couple things how it works. Currently today, if you go online, you can find what's called the world meter. It's right here. Okay? This is showing you how they print money. So if we're going to talk about protect your assets, this basically shows you, all right, how they borrow against us because we're basically a pawn, 35 million apiece. S is 5 versus S is 4. This tells us how many people were born today, how many people are dying, and they're using this, and this is why they had to when Nixon took the gold standard out. At the hospital, mommy had to sign the SS5 form. So if we can understand how it works, we have to have our own circle, our defensive circle, our financial circle, because the world, I don't know where it's going to. All right, I have to worry about mine, my family. I got to worry about what's going to happen in the world. Okay, so I got to be safe and not reckless. I can't make the same stupid mistakes you all making. I'm sorry, that's not me. All right, I'm not bringing the pain home. The United States of America Incorporated. Okay, Supreme Court says corporation's a legal person. So that's what it is. Okay, legal person. So we, the people, okay, Ronald Reagan, his speech said, we, the people, tell the government what to do. That's the truth. I did Ronald Reagan's corpse and Nancy's as well. I was 19 friggin' years old, okay? I'm doing the corporations. He becomes president. All right, she just said, just say no. I did teach our children, became the DARE program. Okay, so let's understand how it works. We, the people, all right, you're supposed to tell them what to do instead of our current president say the government tells people what to do. No, that's a dictatorship. So if we look at the United States having 50 corps, 50 what states and cities, they created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy that allows them to bankrupt the debts of a city at any given time and stay in business. If they can do it, why can't I do it? There was my thought. If they can do it, why can't I do it? And that was to go, okay, I don't have any intent to do fraud, but we all have an oh shit day. So I focus on we the people, Constitution, international law. I focus on these things. Supreme Court says the corporation is a legal person. We can stop bringing the pain home. All I know is I won't sign my name to something, all right, as me under SSN. I think it's stupid. So I look at line 1 here, legal name of entity, individual person. I'm allowed to put a person's name there, a corporation, a division, or a subsidiary. Right there. Very simple. Here's my dashboards. Now in 1996, all right, when I'm helping Ken Yarrow and all this stuff since 1989 to 1992, all through that time. So understand, I'm helping set up things in behind the curtain and everything else. I set up a dashboard that allows a tax ID to instantly set up a credit report. Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. Instant report done. Harold Stokes wanted to be in front of all the schools and say, here's how you start your credit file. Here's the rules and tools. But God let him go before the time we could do that. But understand, my dashboard, it's very simple. Right here, I can take a person's name or I can take a corporation. I've set it up to the point that I can put an SSN or an SS4 there. So it's an instant credit report, and I got the only one on this planet that exists. Okay, everyone else tries to just fall on their face. I just wanted to help people for free one time. So I'm registered on behalf of a what? Person, corp, division, or subsidiary. So this allows the situation that we could look at even the SIC code. Our government created SIC codes in 1937 based after prohibition about risk score of business, description of business. So this is important to understand. So you got to realize you got to choose SSN or SS4. You never had to bring the pain home. Your problem is your lack of knowledge. It's the stupidity of man and woman. People aren't stupid. Half the world's freaking lazy. All right, the other half just have to go and understand. They get knocked down, get back up. So we have to look at corporate divisions. So if we look at a corporation, a division of me, when I signed that finance of that Lamborghini, it's $1 million car. Here's the keys. There's a car collection of 21 cars, 5 Harleys and everything else. I did not sign my name. Okay. You got to realize it took 2 divisions to do this, to accomplish the goal. Got Corp, here's the division. The division is buying the Lamborghini, but then someone has to sign for it. So SSN, that's no. I signed it as an SS4, my division of me. I guarantee this sucker. Now, I got 22,000 payphones. I got laundromats, dry clean. I got commercial real estate. I got apartment complexes. I got billions of shit. If I got one sucker that's going to tear me down, I'm pretty stupid. And that's what people do all the time. Now, if I have a problem, I invented the 3-step. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. I put that bad piece over here. Debt follows tax ID. I'm going to try to save within 6 months. I'm going to show every intent not to do fraud. I want to save it. If I can't save it, under the Federal Protection Act, I'm going to bankrupt the shit out of it, keep my other pieces. What's the difference between a city, grocery store, or bank doing the same shit? It's set up. Divisions, process, my name's not on it. Your name's on a corp. Why would a corporation have business and do business? So I don't understand why anybody allow a corporation to do business in the first place. When they sue the corp, they sue you. I mean, all these stupid people, LLC, secret, stop the shit. I want Nevada. I want Wyoming. I want Delaware. I'm the largest friggin' registered agent in the friggin' world in 2009. To this day, I sold more than 10 times the Nevada corps on this planet. I understand it better than anybody. You incorporate your own state because why? You haven't made a damn profit yet. You're not profit till you're taxable. All these people spending money on shit that don't work. I don't get it. The lease in the building I'm sitting in is a division signing the guarantee of the lease. Every property has to be a division. If it's not, someone slips and falls and sues you and screw you. Today, you got 50 attorneys on TV, bloodsuckers. I'm number one. I'm number one. Billboards everywhere. They're number one. Who's doing number 2? So the SS4 is how you receive money. No taxes due to your profitable. Okay. So if we do it right, and then we look at the Fair Lending Act. See, you got little pieces from people. That's all they have. That's why I always say I'll take on anybody knowledge to knowledge in an open forum, because I'm going to outbrain them every friggin' time. I got the whole puzzle. God gave it to me. Every card under the Fair Lending Act can get 99 sisters. That could be $100 million. So why aren't you doing what needs to be done? Half of you got credit, I position all kinds of stuff for you, and you're getting pieces. And then like the Wanda goes away, I get her $1 million of credit. She goes away, and then she comes back because she screwed it up. Then she gets rebuilt again. Then she goes to the expo. And then which one do I pick, Ray? It's like a deer in the friggin' headlights. I've made Linda here a multimillionaire 5 friggin' times. Now she's going, this time I'm going to lose 100% because I'm missing something. Your corporation, if they sue it, you're all over it anyway. I'm hiding behind a registered agent. Oh, goody. When they sue and they get the registered agent, they have to divulge who you are. Good luck on that. You're still the duck and the sheep. You'll always be the duck and the sheep. Your goal is to use, never home address anytime. Your mailbox is set, your shared office space all the time. Put your ducks in a row. Because currently, if they sue that corp, they sue you. And that sucks. We have to build a line of defense. We have to build a line of defense. Because we're all going to have an oh shit day. We can't have a perfect world that doesn't exist. We all have an oh shit day, no matter how much money we make or do. We got to be prepared. We got to plan the problem. We have to plan the problem. This is only a couple $100 million of goodies. Yeah, you got to see today's list. That's 15, 20 years ago. Shit, before the damn coma. But again, we gotta have fun. My dashboards, this is one of the $5 million mansions I obtained, and it took me 3 times to get it because someone else kept beating me to it. Simple, I got it. I got houses on all 5 islands, and I got yachts and racetracks all over the friggin' place. I want in my backyard, there's only one large dock. I need the number 1, simple. It's like when I was doing properties and things and cell phones and getting that, putting me knocked out of my pay phones and all this other silly stuff. Every buyer, I looked at them, they look like they're lying through their teeth. It's like this countrywide shit. In 2008, and all these people being stupid, saying stated income. I told them they're all screwing it up anyway. They don't listen to me. Well, what do we do? So the buyer's a liar. The agent's a liar. The broker, he's full of shit. You got to have the 50 to 40% debt to ratio. It's never been that. In escrow, here's Harold Stokes and Ken Yarbo and me. Escrow people are getting stuck. They have to get higher interest rates because they had to reduce some debt. No one told them. I developed something called basically Rapid Score. And it worked, no problem. Goody. So again, this is like the buyers, that the contractor, hell, they're full of shit, most of them. They're hiring the subcontractor. They want to give you the best price. They're going to get a good job. Then once they get the contract, they cut corners everywhere they can to make more money off you. You know it to be true. 21, I wanted to be the bank. I want to be the bank. That's what I want to be. I want to be the damn bank. So I couldn't get number 20 properties. They told me no. What do you mean no? I don't accept no. No means you're stupid. That's all I thought in my brain. Transfer to my divisions and go get number 20. See, there's always a way, and you know when they're screwing you over. You know when someone tells you something, if they're telling you the truth. You know it, and you go fall for it anyway. I don't understand. I sold my first house. I sold my first car. They gave me a deposit on the car. Going to the credit union. No. I'll carry the paper through one of my divisions. I got $413 a month for 7 years. Why not? I carried the paper. Sold the first house. What did I do? Assignment of mortgage. Why would I sell the house without being the damn bank? All these assuming a loan and all that other bullshit, there's other ways to do it. Everybody's saying, well, you can't do it. Stop. Well, you can't do it. You're going to do this way, that way. Let's be creative. So it's like becoming the bank and split deeding units and having fun through LLCs or LLPs, and that's when you might need one. The assignment of mortgage. I got Chase on this building here. I got one loan. I got 42 units. Okay, I got one loan. One fucking loan. That's it. I'm the assignment of mortgage 42 times. They all want to own a piece of the rock. As a tenant, they can sue me and screw me. As I'm the bank, I get to sue them. They can't sue me. Ooh. And then they could write it all off. Then they want to give me a deposit. Then I get to mark up the interest rate and have some fun. Hell, why not? 42 different loans coming at you while you're maintaining the little one? I don't understand. Why don't people do assignment of mortgage? What the hell's wrong with people? When I'm doing millions and billions in real estate, I develop a system to do that. Financial, be the bank, buckets of money. Simple. Tax balancing. The assignment of asset. See, this is like, I want to get in front of the world and say, you're all screwing it up. You're all screw-ups. It's like you're not listening. Are you listening yet? You're all screwing this up. I mean, I don't understand stupid. I don't understand it at all. Making people money-making machines are easy if they do what they're told. But again, I like the goodies. I like having the largest house in Huntington Harbor. I like the other properties. I like the race boats and the yachts, putting my name on them. The Ray Reynolds University.com. Why? It's a freaking write-off. It's marketing. Hell, you can go sponsor the Indy 500 and write it all off. Go for it. All right? How about the Duffys? The big building, they cussed me out, told me to go away because I was wasting their time. They call back 4 months later, what are you talking about? I like goodies, but I don't have excuses. But again, what do we look at? Every time I hear some idiot say, white man can't jump, that's funny. Not really. I kicked the door jump at 10 in the back of a hoop when I was 14 and a half at T-Waco Junior High. Okay, white men do jump, stupid people say we don't. Again, your goal. You don't have your time. Your time has you. You're fighting for the paycheck to pay the bills, and you're in this rat race, and you can't free up your time. Or as I put in my book years ago, Free Up Your Time, Cash Flow, Free Up Your Time. Why didn't you listen 46 years ago? I don't understand. Why don't people listen? It's like accomplishing goals. I hit my head that night. See, my theory was if I can touch it, I can kick it. Can you jump up and touch the basketball hoop? Yeah. I can do the splits every which way like a damn pretzel. So my foots go higher than my head. So if I can touch it, damn well I can kick it. Okay? See, you got to accept things mentally. I'm on the way down and my ass is on the 6-foot locker. The hair's up, going down. Got it? So I don't have excuses. I just want to change the damn world and do it my way for a while because I think your way sucks. The word no doesn't mean no. You accepted no, that's you. I know when they said no, I don't accept that. Why would you accept no? 1,000 steps. All I wanted to do is tell the story what you do. 32 years at the Bonaventure every Wednesday night. 5,000 a set. I got cited twice for having too many people at the Bonaventure. Cited. Corporation, simple. You have one, great. Let me build it for you because you're sitting there going, because you know what the hell you're doing. That's just the truth. If not, I'll give you one for free. You pay your filing fee. Okay. I got 2 attorneys that put me down online all the time pretending to be a classic customer out of the 9 shitheads that are out there. All right. They lie because they don't want me to give corps for free. I got 2 other people on that. I think they're 12 today shitheads. They're not even my clients. They signed up with the Ray Reynolds while I was in a coma. 9 people pretended to be me. The other ones are actually clients and they're shitheads. They lie. I reimbursed every one of them because I don't want to deal with their shit. Now I got to sue them. I will help the devil if he walked in this room right now. Okay, knock off the shit. But that's just what you have to deal with today. All right, it's like when I helped get the Better Business Bureau indicted in 2013. They're a friggin' scam. You're not a member of the BBB. Excuse me. Look at the study of 2020 in CNN. They're a scam. They got kicked out of Los Angeles. They're still a scam. So if we do this correct, you put our ducks in a row. All right, I get to repackage you under the corporation. We get to win. Isn't the goal to win? So it's like when I was doing Ronald Reagan's corp. That was nice. And Nancy. Fishburne was good, but Mom was nicer. And then we got Clinton. Michael, I wish I would have talked to him before he basically died that night. I would have been a friend to him more than, that doctor. And I got to talk to Michael and Janet all the time. All right, I wish I would have was there for him, but I wasn't. When Robin did his thing, Karen should have not went to shopping that day. Robin was in a different place, and I was a client of his. He was my client too. Kurt Cobain said, damn, these people. They got tired of the world sometimes. But rich and famous people listen better than you. Clippers, Angels, Dodgers, didn't matter. Did them all. So what do people do? It's simple. They sit at the kitchen table. We're going to start a business, honey. Oh, goody. They jack it up. They drop the score. They get stuck, can't get any more. They back themselves and their family in the corner. What happened to be a man and a woman? You got to man up, woman up. You got to understand you played stupid because you didn't pay attention to figure out rules and tools. Now, who's to blame for that? You can't blame anybody else. You have to be responsible to realize you should have known how to do this without hurting your damn family. I lost my job. Stop the shit. I don't like excuses. There's rules and tools. 2 cards fluctuate, all of them do but 2. Get to that point. Never bring the damn pain home. I don't understand why people do it in the first place. I can't do it to my family. Only it's not acceptable. Never, 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 never. I'd shoot myself in the damn foot first. I like goodies. It takes 90 days to rebuild somebody. I think Miss Walker, it took us basically 180 days. But I got to get her turned around. She's a good person. She got a little equity. Nobody wants to help her. The office always, the county, saying, she didn't pay any money yet, didn't pay any money yet. Ray, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Stop. Something told me that I had to help her. Simple. Millionaires Founders Kit. Or winning the game of business. Simple. Die in a coma. I had a no shit day. They stole my life. Ron stealing my books, my IT guy selling my shit. And to a damn porn site. These people you trust, what are they doing? The SS5 is where you failed. You didn't know what even if it is an SS5 until I say it. It's like, did you file your 1120? What's that? You're so busy hiring other people and doing it wrong, you didn't learn how to look behind the curtain. but it's a choice. If we, the people, would focus, how did the bank bankrupt the locations, the cities, and the grocery stores? Simple. S is for legal name of entity or individual person. The only thing that allows you, banking and credit purposes right there. Each entity. Again, dashboard. All right, so a corporation can have babies called divisions. We have babies, that's our children. They have corporations, they have credit. Again, that's SSN, SS4. So we could build $1 million of credit. Is it overnight? Hell no. Can we do it? Yes. But we have to learn the rules and tools. I'll do it for you, but I'm going to make sure you get your hands dirty. A corporation should only do 4 things. That's it. Why would you do any more than that? You buffer tax, no tax due to you're profitable. Corporate credit's all a friggin' write-off, all the things you use like friggin' money. Maintain the payment. The car's fleet price, and you get the free buffet. That's it. The division is your line of defense. If you don't master division process and they're cheap, multiple functions, bought wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and separate liability, there's the problem. You allowed yourself to be the duck and the sheep. The division is the duck and the sheep with no intent to do fraud either way. We build a corporate umbrella. We, the people, we can take 99% of all the people and turn it to they're all successful, 1% is shit, versus saying the 1%ers. But it's a choice. Divisions, I put them on my dashboard, simple to do. Add 2,000 of history from history that's on the dashboard. We set up the credit reports and we go get some goodies. And then as we build credit, we daisy chain it. We know divisions, I try to give them away as much as I can. Like 3 for $9.99 or something. It's a Zell. 2009 divisions used to cost $5,000. Then I went to 1,500. I give it away currently because I want to get more attention to understand how to play the game to win. That's why we always Zell. That's like anything else. I've heard of Zell. I dissect Zell. July 6, 2022, your top 6 banks bought Zell to transfer money. Now they don't need other locations. They get to shrink it. They bought Zell to get rid of locations, to bankrupt the shit out of it, to reduce the debt, to make more profits. But understand why they did it and behind the curtain. All right, it's like when people need to use a card, they email. I like goodies. I like the fact today, when I drive, nobody knows where I live. All right, very simple. I live in an estate. All right, it's ridiculous. This is the last estate we purchased during the pandemic. We sold a house in Yorba Linda for $3 million for the hell of it. Okay, again, why not? My problem is I wanted some PPP money. I wanted PPP money too. I got turned down 7 times because even though all the employees left me, but 3 of them walked out the door, get unemployment. All right, we're going to get more money staying home. So you got no character. You're all shitty people, and you leave, and only 3 people stayed. Okay. I still made over $1 million, and I didn't lose money. It sucks. We got, and this is what pissed me off with ADP. They took out $2,000 on our payroll account, all right, 3 weeks ago. Then they asked and tell us why. We have to call up. Why did you do that? Because you're now paying for the reimbursement of the unemployment because they gave all the money away. My state screws up, gives money to idiots in prison, and gives unemployment to jackasses that didn't need it, and you want me to pay $2,000 every 90 days for shitheads. Hell, I'm moving out of California now. Okay, I was born and raised here. Are you freaking kidding me? But again, you got to deal with all this crap. It's simple. We all can repackage ourselves. Analyzation. I have a system I want to analyze everybody's credit for free. I want to basically do better than Credit Karma, my 2 dashboards I'm creating. But again, I can't do it all at once because I need people to help me. But how do you get the help? Oprah's team said that'd be on their last show. That was bullshit. Trump said he'd help me. That was bullshit. All right. You know, Magic John said he'd help me. That was bullshit. Every rich and famous person I help, Ray, if you ever need anything, just give me a call. Bullshit. When you're down, nobody gives a shit. So you have to rebuild it like rapid score. Pushing scores up and away. Knowing you have to get yourself off the damn mailing list because you did it to yourself. The voting list is a joke. They sell it to everybody. Okay, that's why you call 888-567-8688 and you opt out for 5 years or a lifetime. You get off the list and give it to some of the robocalls. Numbers in front. I just want to help change the world. That's it. If I can do it for free, I'll do it for free. But I need some help. We got to plan the problem because we're all going to have no shit day. You spent thousands and it didn't work. Your friends and family, some of them rip you off. But we have to do at the end of the day, safety credit, line of defense, sticky. I'm the guy behind the curtain that basically trained Ken Yarborough. And I put a dashboard together that said 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. There's no bullshit in between. It's simple. But you didn't know the rules and tools and you jacked it up. And you don't realize that these cards fluctuate, all right, and these do not. There's rules and tools to maintain 750. It's not hard to do when you know rules and tools. But again, that's what people need to know. From there, I'm jacked up. Click. I go get supply credit to get what? Cash credit. If I can do for Billy, who was laying on the sidewalk outside Bank of America at 4 o'clock in the morning, all right, when I'm getting out of the bank, simple. See, you can slide your card, get it in the glass, and be kind of safe, whatever. I'm up at 2:25 every day. I'm at the bank if I have to go to the bank 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay? There's no bullshit. You can take supply and turn it to cash. Now you balance your debt. You man up, woman up. What happens to most people? They lose their job, have an emergency. What's the next thing? They take all their credit, they run out of time and money, they go jack this up in 42 days. Before they jack it up, they should have called the creditor before they screwed the credit and asked for more credit. Ask for more before you jack it up. And then knowing rules and tools, they won't bring the pain home. Instead, they panic. They left it alone for the day. God would have answered the prayers by the end of the day. But they didn't do that. Every time you say you need money, what happens? I need $5,000 now. Ask your friends, family, bank, they tell you no. But you piss away $50 every other day. This is $5,000 a card. It costs $50 a month. If we could just get some common sense together, we could understand you waste $600 a month on crap. $600 a month is $50,000 off of a corporate credit card. That's 2 pizza restaurants at the drive-thru during a pandemic. I don't like bullshit. Never have, never will. Bullshit doesn't pay your bills. It's one of the books coming out. But white men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. Nixon did take the gold standard out. Every woman signs that SS5 form to get released from the hospital with their own baby. We're bonded. 35 million apiece up to that. We have to understand, we're willing to sacrifice a division, not a corporate family. So far, you've been sacrificing you and your family. Those days are over if you pay attention. You should have never did it in the first place. That's how you have a cake and eat it too. Raise rules. Become a certified CFO. Never bring the pain home. See, people say things, they don't give you solutions. Hell, I'll say give you the solutions 10 different ways. All right, again, how to play the game. I don't want to die in a coma. Why, God, why? I'm worth $3.7 billion. I'm helping people all the time. Why do I have to die? I have to come back and help people being broke again, to show people I get to do it again. I'm tired of being the pen cushion. I'm tired of being the example. It's like, damn it, God opened the door so I get out there to help millions of people. Hey, I get pissed off at God all the time. All right, I challenged him when I was 4. And everything I touched turns to gold. I want to change the world, and you're not opening all the doors yet. Why? Why? I'm ready to run and kick some ass at. But I get to die. That sucks. But I got to rebuild it because God answered those prayers too. It's frustrating. Going in a coma at 5 years old, not being able to walk. You crippled little boy. God says, get up. I freaked them all out. Last one, and they're working on me. I get to die. That devil, if he walked in this room, I'd help him today. That devil's trying to hold us all back. That's just the truth. Now, God's the laser on God's denials. That's how I feel. But again, I want to repackage the world. I'm a sinner. I didn't plan on being a pastor. That was not my goal. But I had to read the book again and again. What I did all my life. I became a pastor. Okay, good. All right, in front of an audience, I'll shake them and wake them up. Any other time, I'm quiet. I stay to myself. My wife's Colombian. She's a nut. All right, boring, married nut, married boring. And that's how it works. People go, it works for us. The goal is to repackage people. I like to help people. My wife says I'm always a pleaser. My wife chases people out of our lives. When we first got together, certain people she'd point out, and I'd allow them to hurt or screw things over. All right, she's my bodyguard. I like to help people. I just want to change the world. Corporation's a legal person. Divisions give us the line of defense. I invented the process. I'm hoping God allows me to change the world before I die again, because next time it's probably permanently. I'm willing to sacrifice my division, not my corp and my family. You've been sacrificing your family. That's not acceptable. A division allows me to create a tax ID, get cash credit, checkbook money. Divisions I can multiply. I wrote my book called Buckets of Money for one reason. I want to show what I did. Trying to save my what? $53 million of credit. Your corporation today, all right, if they sue it, they're going to sue you. I'd rather have you do it my way. I want a line of defense. We're all going to have an oh shit day. No matter what we do, we have an oh shit day. Okay, divisions have, I didn't realize, because I wanted to save on the franchise tax fee, that it literally created 89 ways to do this. It had a life of its own. Sometimes in a business, it has its own heartbeat. Again, that it happens.